Welcome back to the show, gentlemen. It's great to have you on, although I wish it was under different circumstances. It was last March, and Ryan, I'll start with you. It was last March that you came on the show, and you were talking about your new documentary at the time and how you were navigating the pandemic and the fact that you weren't able to tour. And at that time, you guys talked about the fact that you were targeting January and February of this year to tour in a more meaningful way, and here we are. It's kind of deja vu almost a year later where you're having to suspend the tour, at least for the time being. I guess talk us through that process and when you would hope to be able to start putting some of those gigs back on the books.
Yeah, it's like Omicron has entered the chat kind of thing. We booked this tour. I was looking, we started, the first dates came up of this of April of last year. So I think we thought that we were going to, this was we had a long runway in order to do it. And obviously we're reacting like everybody else. And I think even 2 months ago, we felt pretty good about this happening. So yeah, it's a big disappointment. And right around Christmas, right around December, when this started happening, we really had to take a hard look at if this was going to be safe or fun or rewarding or lucrative or any of those things. And it didn't seem like that was going to happen for us.
Yeah. Adam, I want to get your thoughts on this. And I mean, it's been, gosh, I can't believe it. We're like entering our third year of dealing with a pandemic, and we've seen these fits and starts in terms of reopening and live events. The process of deciding to put a tour on hold or certain dates on hold, what does that look like to navigate where ticket sales are concerned and venues are concerned and your fans are concerned? I mean, is there, dare I say, a playbook in place now to be able to go through these variants in this process?
I think every band has kind of treated this differently, and there's really no playbook. And I think that's one of the hardest challenges is that we're all individually, even within our own band, we have different ideas of how to go about it. And when we look to the outside world of music to see what other bands are doing, it was all over the map. Some bands continued to tour, some stopped and aren't planning to tour for another year. It's all over the place. So unfortunately, it's just very difficult to navigate. And it's been hard for us as a band because we all live in different states and we haven't seen each other in a while. We're working on some music remotely, but it's been, I was really looking forward to just getting back together with my bandmates and playing music and seeing our fans. And, I guess we'll have to wait a little longer.
You recently wrote about sort of concerts themselves on a special night with the right storytelling in place, commingling and amplification of the energy. That, it can be a singular expression of shared humanity. I mean, how much do you miss it, and how much do you think your audience misses it?
Well, it's funny. We were kind of having this internal debate of whether we should do the tour or not, and we were talking about it. We were all thinking about it, and I put up a thing on our Twitter, and I said, how comfortable would you guys be going to a live concert now on a scale of 1 to 10? And we literally had over 500 responses, and the vast majority of them, vast majority of them said, we really don't feel good about this. We're a 1, we're a 2, we're a 0, we're a 3. And I think it was thinking about that and thinking about, that quote about energy, that was really the deciding factor for me. It was like, we're going to be stepping into an energy where everybody's trepidatious, where everyone's worried, where everybody's saying, is this a risk? And it just, that's really what it came down to is I didn't feel like I could stand up there at a microphone every night and be like, hey, I'm so glad we're here, because I didn't know if I felt that way. I mean, that's a little bit hippy dippy, but that's really again, it's storytelling. It's like, what's a story going into a show? If the story going into a show is that you're scared, maybe you could just kick the can down the road a little bit. And so when you're not feeling fear, when you're walking to go see a rock concert.